Yes. Today we're talking about the competence number 6. It's psychology and comfort. And of course, we're talking about how to build this comfort in our businesses. Because without comfort, nobody gonna stay with you as long as you expect. And it doesn't matter if you provide any services or you sell your goods. It's very important to understand that we have all different kind of approach how to receive this comfort. And for example, in my personal experience, I'm not really this kind of guy that really like to be in a very good comfort zone and a really good comfort if we're talking about different facilities. I mean, in restaurants, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not very crazy about this, but there is some people that really care about this. And today we'll be talking about how it's important to deal with this and build everything in structure and everything that's connected with this very important word as a comfort.
And the reason we're talking about this competency is that we all are the creatures of comfort. Whether we understand that or not, whether we pay attention or not, whether we're aware of not, when it's not comfortable, we try to escape. And when we don't, because we are good people, we do not leave uncomfortable places because it's impolite, and therefore we stay. The body suffers. What's interesting, the body remembers every moment of uncomfortable feeling, even if we override it with our mind, even if we decide that the meeting is more important than our personal comfort, the relationship is more important, the business strategy is more important than our personal comfort, we still accumulate the feeling of not good. I don't feel safe. I don't feel relaxed. And later on, the body access this stored feelings. And when something familiar, something similar happens, it overreacts. So we are, Vasili and I, are crisis managers. We manage crises before they occur, because crisis is necessity of life. It's when you grow, when you understand yourself better, when you can apply your experience to your business and personal life, life becomes more comfortable. But in order for you to understand what's going on, you need to be connected to your body. But the first thing that we learn in life, disconnect from your body. Remember those moments when you go, Mr. Teacher, Mrs. Teacher, can I go to the restroom? No, you have to wait until the class is over. And that happens to 6, 7, 5-year-olds. This because we start school early right now. So we disconnect from our body, and then the more of this disconnection happens, the more uncomfortable we feel. And what happens, we stop loving people around us because we need somebody to blame, right? I love my work. Not really. I love my idea of work. But when I come to work and I feel uncomfortable, or I feel uncomfortable with the people at work, or I work more than I should because I'm not optimizing my time, this level of uncomfortability accumulates, and it affects your psyche. People feel burnout, people feel depressed, people feel aggravated, frustrated. We come home, we bring home money from work, and this money are wonderful, but attached to that are emotions, 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 energy and motion. So this is what our conversation is about, how to avoid the crisis of feeling uncomfortable and not knowing that we feel uncomfortable. Like Vasili said, I'm not crazy about comfort. Yes, you are. Before we started broadcast, you said, I need to reposition and relocate because it's uncomfortable. So,
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, Svetlana, you're right. Yeah. And we're not talking about like something laziness. Yeah. Comfort is not related to the laziness. We're talking about how to build everything with the comfort for the other people and to really understand this kind of approach. And I really want to share here on the Zoom our
schematics. Those are
yeah,
great
schematic.
schematics.
Yeah, it's really easy to navigate here when you know what it's about here.
Yeah, so when you look at this schematics of different competencies, I'd like to point out that each one of them has this element. I would not love where I am, who I'm with, until this each category is taken care of, because those are the point of growth and point of structure within our life and within the business, of course. So when you do not have a status, competency number one, you cannot lead yourself in your life or others if you're a business owner or a manager. And you become extremely uncomfortable. So what kind of status do you have in your business? And what kind of status do you have in your family is very, very important. What kind of status you have with the people that you know. So if you think right now, as we're talking to you, you can even ask questions. What is status? Status is your position. If you are a king in your own universe, but when you come in relationship with somebody else, you're no longer a king. You become a jester. You become dependent on the meaning the king gives you. You're no longer comfortable. But some people could find the comfort, and some people just cannot deal with it. So I suggest, as an exercise for this conversation, find one status in your life that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So let's look into each competence and let's just identify what are the comfort points and uncomfort points in all of them.
Yeah. The next point is number two is relationships and understanding. Yeah. And find this point where you're not comfortable in relationship. And I think this is the most crucial part in our life because everywhere we try to build our relationship with everyone. But is it comfortable always? Not really. And that's why if I can feel myself comfortable in relationship with anyone, I will interrupt this. I will stop it. And that's why I really need to understand and remember that opportunities comes with other people and ability to build comfortable relationships will bring us like money, this material world. And that's why I really need to go in details to really understand how every one of us will be really connected to this kind of comfort. What is the level of comfort I will ask for me, for example? Yeah, this is the point number two.
And also understanding. Very often we think that we understand somebody, but we don't. And we need to ask questions. And sometimes we don't know how to ask questions. And we become very uncomfortable in asking questions. And we make other person uncomfortable because when you're not sure of yourself, when you feel shy in clarifying what's going on, it really creates misunderstanding. And the other person or group of people don't want to deal with you. So learning this category of crisis, possible crisis that might happen there and how you can prevent it allows you to move within the relationship toward your goals without making somebody uncomfortable or making yourself uncomfortable. And then we go to category number three. Where do you feel uncomfortable with the
And your
amount of
knowledge.
knowledge that you have when you go, I don't know, oh my God, if
Yeah.
they ask me, what am I going to say? And when you do not have the structured knowledge, the one that you can rely on, when you have something new, there needs to be a foundation, right? You cannot analyze without having a foundation, which is has a lot to do with the experience, but even more to do with the knowledge. This is something that you learn from this experience. Sometimes people go through the experience, but they do not focus on the knowledge that experience has. They focus on the emotions that that experience brought and the memories that have been created. I am uncomfortable. I don't want to know that, right? It was my experience in the school with the physics. My physics teacher was no good. I could not understand a thing. And we didn't have a relationship and the knowledge didn't get anywhere. So analytical skills in physics, gone. I had to have a tutor later on.
Yeah, it's very important to be comfortable with your knowledge because most of the time teachers they really ask different questions their like students, and most of the time they don't feel themselves very comfortable. But we really need to understand the level of our success. This is the combination of our energy and our competences. That's why we really need to be very experienced in our field, what you really do. Yeah, and next step is goals, our goals. Is it very comfortable when you think about your goals? Most of the time, I still remember when I started in 2009, my personal development growth path to this kind of desire to learn something new about myself. I really set my goals very, very high. I really couldn't even feel this kind of, is it real goal? Is it my goal? Right now, I can be very precise with my goals, and it's most of the time I'm very comfortable with my goals. And when we talk with business people, with our clients through the private session, through the coaching, this part takes a lot of time to really understand, is it really my goal? And do I feel myself comfortable when I think about my goals? And ask questions about goals, for example, other people, and you can see their reactions right away on their face, on their eyes. And this is something like interesting in our life because we really want to attract this material goal. And most of the time we have all kind of goals related to this material world.
Of course. And also I want to bring the point of having, of servicing other people's goals, as Vasili just mentioned. But especially for the women, business women. Why? Because we biologically are more emotional. We have complex wiring within the body. And sometimes we have goals that are about proving ourselves. Men also have some tendencies sometimes, but they are more stable in the business because they do not have so many different goals, different things that are bothering them, not outside of the business world. They go with the structure of the business much more comfortable. Well, for the women, they need to know the whole world is okay before they can focus on anything related to business. And it's not in any way discriminating for anybody. It's just understanding our biology helps you set up the goals that are within your potential. And our date of birth has different numbers, and each number that you see here from 1 to 9 are the numbers that indicate what are the competencies that are God given to you, that are natural, and it's easy to develop and expand. The ones that you don't have will take time. And while that time is very precious, it's better to hire somebody to fulfill the competency you don't have yet. Because when you are doing something against your potential, that is above your potential in this particular moment of life, of course, potential growth with us. But when you're pushing yourself, you're burning at work, your attention goes into something that is not very fulfilling and very inspiring. And then the burnout brings the result you did not expect. But I was pushing, but I was doing, but nothing to show for it. So paying attention to how comfortable that goal is, because goal needs to be big enough to scare you, but manageable enough so you can take one step at a time. If the goal is too small, there is no desire, no push from within, it wouldn't be interesting and you would not bring in the 100% of you. But when it's too big, your body will contract because the body is very ancient and it protects you. It protects you from burning. And therefore, the amount of goals you set with the amount of potential you have need to be balanced in a really great way. And then we go to how we quantify our life. What do we want? And very much connected with the goals, because this is about making things bigger, scaling things, and not losing the level of comfort and especially your personal image. Because sometimes when you are stressed, when you're in crisis, I need more of everything, you start feeling tired. You start feeling you start neglecting yourself. And as you neglect yourself, the image shows that. And it doesn't matter how expensive is your suit, if you are tired and sleepy because you had sleepless nights according to your goals that are not fulfilled, and slowly but surely you are losing the quality of your life.
Yeah, and of course, with our image, we breathe with this world, yeah, and we really we take care about how I look like in everywhere, yeah, in every situation, and this kind of what I really realized about myself, it took time in my case to be able to feel very free, like in front of camera, going like broadcasting in Russian and English. And also this is like very comfortable point for me right now. I help other people to change their image. Instead of like, oh, I'm scared. No, I'm open. I can do it. There is no problem. And talking about the quantity, of course, like scaling up, it's very important and very difficult point sometimes in business, but when you're ready, you're ready. You can do it like naturally without any pressure, and it's very bring this kind of energy of satisfaction that you can do it. You can do it because there's always the way to grow. It doesn't matter where you live right now, how old you are, you can change your image right away. Once you start walking, you start raising your energy, working on yourself, and of course, not every time is going to be very comfortable for you, but as a result, you will be very comfortable with your results at the end. It's 100%.
Absolutely. And when you take care of yourself, your self-worth grows. The more self-worth you see how much you can bring to the world and how satisfied and fulfilled you feel, the more space filled with that love and comfort you create. When you are putting yourself on the line and pushing too much, when you are not fulfilling the goals that are above your competency level at this moment, when you quantify and scale more than you are able to do, your self-worth drops because you feel that you are incompetent. But you are competent. You just need to understand where you are in your competency and bring down the noise. Everybody else's goals. Everybody's is scaling. Everybody has a bigger house. Everybody has a bigger car. And then really take care of yourself. And this is competency number 6, when you look into quality, not the quantity. And quantity is important, but there is a shift that needs to happen in your mind, in your consciousness, where you understand that the more you have, the more you need to manage. And there is a level, the potential of how much you can manage in every moment of your life without having an anxiety. What is anxiety? It's when your body cannot metabolize the amount of stress and when your mind cannot metabolize the amount of information. And if you can see on a poster, on the schematics, there is a purple line. The information is coming in, and is human beings, we cannot physically process information that is happening right now. The amount, the flow of information, especially with AI help, is being amplified. And as long as we are not able to process it, we feel that we're always behind, that we're competing with the artificial mind, and we stop using the natural mind to control the artificial mind hallucinations, because it happens all the time. ChatGPT and other AI give you very interesting suggestions and ideas, but you need to check on it, especially if you're in a business world where you produce security patterns, you produce if you're a computer programmer, if you're architect of big systems, you need to be able to process and look and connect with all the information that came to you, and you trust somebody bigger, which artificial mind is not bigger, it's just faster. It gets the information, it processes it, and it gives you a formula. And that formula is quantity to quality. But now you need to unpack that quality. Is that a real quality? Is that something that satisfy your needs, or it's something that creates more stress? And satisfying your needs, not your organization needs, is first. This is goal number one. Satisfying your needs. When you are tolerating discomfort until you explode, you are not serving the quality of leadership or the quality of relationship within your business or the quality of relationship with the comfort. And when you create mood swings, because that is the chemical reaction in response to not enough comfort in life, the chemicals start bursting out, creating chemical reactions, and your space, your kingdom is now filled with that. And the people are experiencing your energy. This is the energy in motion.
100%. Yeah, and for those guys who just join us, we're talking about the comfort in all our aspects of our life. And we started with the status. We're talking about relationship, knowledge, goals, quality, quantity, images, comfort. And right now we're talking about, do you feel comfortable with your energy? Yeah, because we really need to talk about 9 different aspects of our life in order to be able to really understand, am I alive? Is it like all right. Yeah, Svetlana, just if you can be lower, just lower a bit. No, no, no. Lower, 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 low. Yeah, just
I
a
was
bit
trying
lower.
to show the schematics, but I don't think it's possible.
All right, all right. Yeah, and we're talking about the energy. Yeah, do you feel yourself like comfortable with the level of your energy? And I still remember when 6 years ago, I started like walking every day, 8,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 steps. My energy like started like raising up, and it brings also like comfortable every day to my body. And when you have the energy, like you fulfill your battery in your in your body, you can really do a lot of things in your life during the day. And if there is no energy, you don't feel yourself very comfortable. You even cannot communicate in the right way with people. You really cannot sign the contract. You really cannot even have like this kind of very tough conversations, because not like everyone is very easy to talk with. Okay, I'm very easy to talk. Svetlana is very easy. Yes, Svetlana.
Yes. But we've been working together for a long time, and we share the same goal, and we have the same understanding of the quality of what
Yeah.
we want to create in our life. And we always start with understanding that being comfortable is not the weakness. It's not something you have to feel guilty about. Comfort is the base of sanity. If you are insane because something is itching, you'll be itching. You will not be thinking about the business. And talking about energy, when you are with people, we are all entrained in energy. Both of us are born with the consciousness related to that number 7, energy. This is the ability to talk about things that give you energy and understand, feel it, be very connected to how energy moves through your body. But not everybody is as sensitive. But you might notice that when you come to work, for example, and there is a crisis, your energy gets boosted and you start doing things fast. You start putting out the fires. Or maybe your energy drops down. You go, oh my God, not again. Terrible, horrible. What are we going to do? But the truth of the matter is that energy that you're experiencing with other people is not necessarily always your energy. You entrain with people. People who are sick or low or underslept or burned out, they bring that cloud with them. And when you are not able to sustain your own energy, if you didn't walk in the morning, if you didn't drink water, if you didn't put the goal in front of you, if you forgot your potential, when you are uncomfortable, immediately your energy level drops down. But if you're able to sustain your energy, their energy starts rising up. So this is the first and foremost service for the world, especially for the leader. You show up with your energy and you keep it. You don't drop it. But if you visit somebody sick, for example, if one of your co-workers or somebody at home is sick, or something's happening in the family, and you come happy and cheerful, and we have the goals and we go for it, they feel extremely uncomfortable in your space. So you are able, and this is one of the competencies about energy, you are able to measure. Your body is a measuring instrument. And as you are measuring, make sure that even if you want to connect with person who is much lower, they are leaking the energy because they're sick or because they're burned out or because something's happening in the family, their energy is pouring out of them. You cannot pour in your energy into leaking vessel. You really need to watch emotional overgiving, because sometimes we want to make somebody feel better. It's impossible. You cannot make anybody feel better, no matter what you do, but you could make yourself feel better. You can focus on that, what is important to you, and sustain your energy. And you become this energizer bunny. But being full of energy is also being aware I can fluctuate. I can come down and comfort somebody. And then I can bounce back and do my work. I do not stay only here or only there. I am always measuring with my body without feeling guilty. I am okay, and this person is not okay. Let me be also not okay. I used to do it with my mom. Oh, I'm so sick. Oh, yeah, I also have a pain in my shoulder. 5 minutes later, I feel a pain in my shoulder, because this is
Right
the
away.
state of mind.
Yes.
Right away. It's the state
Yeah.
of the mind that does it. So self-support protocol. What do you do to support your energy? Because the energy, what matters to you, creates the matter in material world. This is what you create. Every time you create the energy that is lower than your goal, that is lower than your comfort, the material world gives you a mirror. You want it,
Yeah.
you have it.
Yeah, and for example, if you level your energy like this, but you have to resolve the problem or question that has this kind of energy like this, you cannot do it. That's why you have to raise your energy in order to be able to see the opportunity, what's the best way to see the strategy, how to build it. Because we're talking about the energy, and I saw like precise about this when I start working with the clients, like during the coaching program. This is the first must. You have to start raise your energy, because if you don't raise your energy, you can really not understand what we're talking about here. You can hear the words, but you cannot understand it and really cannot use it in your daily life. And that's why it's very important to be comfortable in your body, to feel your body comfortable, yeah, and raise your energy, because really the level of your energy will attract the level of your material world. This is the next stop, yeah, next stop for us. This is the number 8 stop, that really need to be comfortable where you live. Yeah, we're not talking about like the biggest house on this earth, but we're talking about the place where you can feel you're comfortable, where you can work from, where you can use your internet. You can use everything like around you, in a room, in a kitchen, in a bathroom, everywhere. That's why it's very important to understand material world is really connected to our level of energy, and really needs to start like working on our level of the energy daily. It's not like, okay, let me wait until I go to the vacation in 5 months. No, in 5 months it's gonna be too late. You really need to start working right now.
And it's interesting to see, if you see our schematics right now, right under the material world, you see the bunch of money crossed out. It's not that we deny material world in order to feel comfortable. It's not that we make a lot of money in order to feel comfortable. Those are the causes and effect of each other. When we have enough material possession, we feel comfortable. When we have too much, we have to take care of them. That's uncomfortable. When we don't have enough, that's definitely uncomfortable. When we work too much, not comfortable. But when we don't have enough effort, we don't have any money. So these things are very connected. But the question is, what do you tolerate while you're producing the money? What you do that is intolerable, that you cannot handle, that's impossible to continue, but you push and push because you should. And what do you need to ask for? What did you forget to ask for? And we're not talking about asking your husband or your boss or your employees. We're talking about asking yourself, what do I need to give myself? And what do I need to stop doing? And what is the place I shouldn't be? Because not every place is comfortable, and not every place is necessary for every person. We have choices. And what are the benefits of abandoning yourself? This is the most important question. I abandon myself. I serve somebody else's goals. I'll make somebody comfortable. I'll even produce money to make this person. Why? Because later on, maybe, hopefully, they'll love me and they'll give me comfort. So you don't have to wait so long. You can give yourself comfort right away. And for that, you should never be a nice person. Nice is not a thing. It could be nice dress, but the nice person is one of the qualities. You can be everything and anything. You can be different for everybody in different situations. But the importance of the boundaries cannot be overestimated. This is where my body is, and here is not me. And if somebody is here, this is not me. This is somebody who is responsible for their own body, for their comfort, for their vulnerability. If they want to be vulnerable, I don't need to save them. For their emotional outbursts, I don't have to quiet anybody. All I need is to have the energy that allows me to materialize the world that I want to live in and be healthy. Because when you don't have health, when you have all that stress and crisis, because you feel constantly uncomfortable and constantly undermined and constantly somebody who can never rest without feeling guilty. That was me. You know, this is, I am the warrior and I'm gonna make the world better. No, I cannot make the world better, but I can make my world better, which affects other people's world if they are connected with me. I'm no longer screaming at anybody. I'm not crying all the time. Therefore, other people feel more comfortable. And I do not need to be saving or rescuing anybody, but I do need to save and rescue myself when I feel that I'm falling into that place where my body feels uncomfortable, because that means I am gonna be very, very sick very, very soon.
100%. Yeah, we have a question here. Monica is like commenting here. That's very interesting. And the question is how to activate the energy, Svetlana.
Oh my God, this is the whole other broadcast.
But
if you're
we have a couple minutes left. Yes, Svetlana, we have a couple minutes left, and let's just summarize everything here. And
no,
the question,
I wanna give this before we summarize, because
all right.
we are different genders and different people need different things, and we are heroes in our own journey. And we just showed you a journey of how to find comfortable state, and that's where the energy is. The first thing that happens to us, we disconnect from the feeling okay. When we're children, the first thing we see is you should do as I tell you, not as you feel. And then we become this unstoppable force that tries to protect ourselves. We fight with the world because we want to be comfortable. That's the only fight we have. Like, leave me be, give me freedom to choose. This is how you rise the energy. And that is one of the most important things. When you feel okay, which means I feel how I feel, I sense how I sense, I choose that what is most comfortable, then you don't have to fight. You create natural boundaries around yourself. I do not go here because I don't feel good. I go here. Okay. Just like in the children's storytelling. You come to the crossroads and then you choose one. And you step 2 steps and you feel, not my road. Go to another road. You can choose. This is how you find the energy. And then when you stop fighting, you become a partner with other people and with the world and with your work and with your business. And where you're partnering, you're no longer alone. You're now with the people and with the people that you choose, that are the same energy, the same goals, the same ideas, and the same level of health and energy. And only then you become the queen and the king of your world, not somebody else's world, not conquering anybody, but allowing the flow of energy and information to be comfortably processed within your body, leaving things you don't need alone, moving along your own path, not serving anybody's goals. And that's the summary, how you get the energy. And if you do not feel comfortable, come to my consultation. This is no, I love it. Because
Yes, I knew
passionate
it.
women,
Yes, I knew it, Svetlana. That's why I asked you this question. And Monica just answered, thank you so much, very much. Yes, guys, we just covered very important topic, the comfort in our life. But not only comfort about what I eat, where I live, and where I really want to go, but comfort in 9 different aspects in our life. Yeah, we're talking about all different aspects. And that's why it's very important to understand in order to feel this life better, more comfortable, you really need to understand this knowledge that we just shared with Svetlana. And we invite you to join us on our private Telegram group and also come to the private sessions, because we'll work with the business people, with the people from multi-level marketers, marketing. It doesn't matter. We really can help you how to improve your communication skills and really how to improve your comfortable life in order to approach other people and really express yourself the way you really want, and you really can do it in the highest way.
And
Yeah,
our channel is from crisis to clarity. From crisis to clarity. You can find us on Telegram, of course, on Facebook and Instagram. And remember that you are in charge of you. You are in charge of your energy, and you serve the world with the energy that you create. And in order to create the energy that serves you and the world, find yourself comfortable and take yourself from places that are not comfortable. And how do you know you're uncomfortable? You're angry, you're tired, and you don't want to do anything. Get out of that place to the place where the sun is always shining.
Yes, and join us this upcoming Thursday. We'll be talking about the next topic. Yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be 4 p.m. Moscow time and 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Ciao.
An amazing life.